Mother with Heartbeat is saying, "Hi ma'am, please explain how to overcome self-doubt." Lovely question. And as I said, we all are here to find more conviction. The first thing first, Madhu, I know you're here for the first time. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've done an elaborate video on self-doubt. So please watch that. But however, since we are here together, I'm going to give you some insights here, okay? So, why do we get self-doubt? I will take you as far as possible in your own life journey. So think about yourself as an infant who's lying on the bed, who's extremely hungry. In that moment, do you have a doubt whether your parents will come or no? Or your primary caregiver will come and give you milk or no? You don't have the doubt. You simply cry as loud as possible, seek attention from the primary caregivers, and you demand that supply of milk, food for yourself, right? What happens from the infancy stage to while they're growing up? Now, as you are younger, people around you are celebrating and clapping and encouraging you for every step that you take. Right? Whether it's turning on one side of, like Karvat Lena, it's on the second month, whether it is sitting on the crawling on the fourth month, trying to sit on 5th, 6th month, 7th month, trying to hold something and standing up and eventually walking, right? So at that moment, every turn, every syllable that you speak, everybody around you claps and encourages and are super happy, celebrate, click pictures and send people call people and say, "Arey, my child did this and this, that," and you're super, super happy, right? And you feel encouraged and you feel celebrated for every small move you take, and you feel that this is the right thing and I'm going to do it, no matter how many times I feel, right? Every child, before you start walking, talking, eating, we fail hundreds of times, right? But we continue to do what we're doing because we are celebrated for every failure. We are clapped for every failure and every attempt that has happened. Correct? Now cut to the moment you become 6-7 year old and you go to the school. Now the whole school is about rat race. A person next to you has learned A to Z in just 7 days. And my God, it's taken you 7 months to not learn A to Z. What's wrong with you? Right? Now there is a label for you're not celebrated for the efforts and attempts you're making, but you are ridiculed for not producing the right results. That's the first time you start doubting yourself. And these are our own, your loved ones. Those who once encouraged you for making an effort and failing are now ridiculing you and feeling, oh my God, why my child is like this? Why the other kid is like this? Oh, there is some problem with our child. So there's so much that happens once you go to the school, and we all get into that rat race where there's a first break that happens in our self-belief that I can do it, because there are lots of questions around us are asked about our abilities. Then the more you start growing in your life, when you are younger, most of the decisions for you are made by your parents. Right from the clothes that you wear, right from the restaurant you will go to, or maybe what is good and bad for you, right? There are very little chances that choices are given to you. And even when some parents do give choices, and when the choice is given to you, you opt for something and probably you did not succeed in it. Now your parent comes back and said, "See, you can't even make right decision for yourself." This is not a parent bashing class, first of all, okay? I'm a parent myself and I have made thousands of mistakes before actually figuring it out what is good for my child. Giving him autonomy was biggest relief for me because he has become his own independent person today. But when he was a child, I'm talking from my own experience that I have made hundreds and thousands of mistakes while raising him. And every time I made a mistake, I was correcting myself by looking at the results that are coming up. So I was kind of an aware parent in that space, that I was trying to figure out what is good for my child, because every child needs a different nurturing according to their nature. But having said that when the questions are asked from our loved ones, whom we trust deeply, and we do not have answer to them, or neither they have the answer to our questions, that's where the first breaking of self-doubt starts. And the best way to work on your self-doubt is going back into those events. I know it's pretty very when I'm saying this, sometimes it's difficult, right? Sometimes it's difficult to even remember those events that may have happened. What I'm saying is, I'm not asking you to go to all the memories, but what I'm telling you is that working on those blocks that got created while you were growing up, and those incidents where you labeled your attempts or your efforts to failures, you have to change those labels. They were not failed attempts, or they were not your failures. They were just attempts and efforts. When you attach failed attempt to that effort, you are creating a doubt in your space. So releasing that failure from that experience and just putting it as an simple, it was an effort. Like how you were when you were a child and you were walking and you fell down and you couldn't get up, you cried, and then you took efforts again and you did it. And one fine day you started walking, right? So nobody labeled it as failure. So all your things that have happened in the past that you have labeled into the failure box, if you can eliminate that label completely and just keep it as an effort, you will see slowly your own self-conversation will start changing. The moment the self-talk will start changing, you will start developing more conviction in your existing abilities, and it will give you the courage to find more resources and opportunities to build more abilities so that you can become 0.2 version of who you are today. I hope, Madhu, this helped you, and if it helped each one of you, just send a lot of love to Madhu. She's here for the first time. Okay, let's send a lot of love.